Hello, today I'm going to show you how to add text and or an SVG to a STL file in Bambu Studio. I will share a link to this model down below in the pinned comments. So let's jump right in. First we'll add text. I'm going to select my STL with my two objects in it. I can change my text color right away over here in the objects to black to be sure I see it when I slice it. Couple key things to point out here. The thickness is how far this would come off the face of the object. Since I'm printing face down, I'm going to set this to 0, but it will default to 0.1. Embed depth, I'm going to set to 0.4, which is going to be 2 layers of whatever color I'm printing with, or set that to. So if I go ahead and close and slice plate, you can easily see this text will show up and be printed just like that. One other thing I want to point out, if this size needs to be larger, there are 2 separate objects here. You don't want to scale both of them because you want to keep your receiver, the 2-inch piece that goes in, the same size. So if I select just a circle here, you can go up and scale just this object. It's a 80 millimeter diameter circle. I have it set to 4 millimeter depth. Uniform scale will change every dimension equally. If you just want to change the X and Y, which I would suspect, you can type in just those values or change the percentage. So if I wanted a 100 millimeter diameter circle, for instance, I can just change these 2 dimensions and press enter, and you can see that change. The text size stayed the same, and just like that you can increase the size to have more area to work with if you want. And if you need to, for any reason, due to limitations, you may need to move just the receiver location, so you can select that and move that up too, and move that one way or the other if needed. The other thing I wanted to show you, same thing with SVGs. I can add a part, select SVG, and I will just use a file I have from a different project. Here I will set this to modifier, and I'm just going to go right to scaling this. Get it to where it'll fit on here. I will select this again. I will change the color to black. And then I want to check the depth. So I don't want it to print that deep into the object, so I can set just the depth to 0.4 there. And then come out of this. If we were going to leave our text, I would need to move that out of the way so that it's not printing on top of each other. So let me select just the text and move that up here. And when we slice the plate, we should be able to see all of the things we'd print now. So just like that is how you can customize an object. I'd appreciate if you can like, follow, subscribe to this channel, and check out my Maker's World. I've got other files and helpful how-tos there as well. Hope this helped.